It's time for another episode of the Collector's Series, the series where we pick 10 interesting, collectible, and affordable character-focused books to help you build out your collection. In this video, we shine the light on old winghead himself, Captain America. Released just before Christmas in 1940, Captain America Comics #1 packed a punch when it hit the newsstands. What better way to get the attention of the youth of America than a brightly colored cover where the title character is socking the least popular person in the world right on the jaw? In the coming months and years, Captain America would become a central figure of Timely Comics' line. Despite ups and downs in popularity over the years, Captain America has remained a central figure of the Marvel Universe for more than 80 years now. A testament to the character's popularity, 3 MCU Captain America films have a collective worldwide box office of more than $2 billion. Now let's get to the books. Starting off our list is an early Marvel cover from the now legendary creator Frank Miller. Just 15 months after he turned in his first work for Marvel, Frank Miller was assigned the cover art duties for Captain America 241. Published in January 1980, the Miller cover featuring Captain America and the Punisher is a bit of a modern classic. The community loves Miller, and a good chunk of the community also loves the Punisher. Put those two things together and you've got a hot book on your hands. Scripted by Mike Barr, with interior art and breakdowns from Frank Springer and finishing art from Pablo Marcos, this mid-200s issue of Cap is one that has commanded a higher price point than most adjacent issues for some time now. Currently, a higher grade raw copy will run you between $40 and $60 based on recent sales data. On a sunny new comic book day back in early 2006, I walked into my LCS and my friend who was the manager didn't say hi, how's it going, how have you been, or anything like that. The phone was ringing off the hook and the entire staff looked like they'd been run through the ringer. All he said was this: "We're out, so don't even ask." I was like, what I probably imagine you're like right now. I literally had no idea what the hell he was talking about. Coming in at number 9 is Captain America Volume 5, number 25. The issue my LCS and most every LCS sold out of on that day. With a cover date of April 2007, Marvel released the issue without providing retailers any heads up of what was coming. They were gonna kill Captain America. Anytime a major character like Cap is killed off, the news picks up on it, and the next thing you know, people are coming out of the woodwork to invest in the associated book. Though, as we all know, in comics, nobody other than Bruce Wayne's parents and Uncle Ben Parker ever stayed dead, so Cap eventually made his way back, but on that day, the Sentinel of Liberty was no more. An offering from the creative team of Ed Brubaker and Steve Epting, Cap 25 was a major turning point in Brubaker's run, and is an issue that every Captain America fan will want in their collection. Thankfully, values have never really gone crazy for this one, and you can regularly pick it up with really nice raw copies in that $15 to $25 range, with multiple sales for even less than that if you're patient and willing to wait for the right deal. One of my favorite moments in Captain America: The Winter Soldier is when the audience got to see Arnim Zola in the MCU version of his electronic self through the computer monitors. Despite being featured in multiple MCU projects, Zola's first appearance remains quite affordable, and Captain America 209 makes a great addition to our list in the number 8 spot. After making a cameo appearance at the end of issue 208, Arnim Zola makes his first full appearance and cover appearance, along with the telling of his origin story in Captain America 209. Cap 209 is an all Jack Kirby issue, as the King not only drew the cover and interior art, but also handled the writing duties as well. Recent sales data shows that Captain America 209 brings anywhere from $10 to $30 for high-grade, raw copies, while recent sales for CGC 9.4 copies on eBay show a book that can generally be had for less than $60. For a Bronze Age first full appearance of a character that is well established in the MCU, that's dirt cheap. In the summer of 2006, one of Marvel's greatest summer events ever took over the publisher's entire line. Kicking off that event was our number 7 book, Civil War number 1. Published in July 2006, Civil War number 1 laid the groundwork for the remaining 6 issues of the main event title and numerous tie-ins that were found in the ongoing series, one-shots, and even event-specific miniseries. When the publisher puts out a checklist to help you figure out where to find all of the tie-in stories, you know it's a big one. With a script from Mark Miller and cover and interior art from Steve McNiven, Civil War is both well-written and impressively illustrated. In fact, I cracked open my Civil War hardcover while trying to decide which issue I wanted to include on this list, and I wound up reading the majority of the hardcover instead of working on my script. So, good for me, bad for my sleep. Anyway, the book just draws you in. Issue number 1 starts bad with the death of 900 civilians at the hands of Nitro, and the country reacts with the establishment of the Superhero Registration Act, which, as we all know, drives a wedge between the nation's superheroes. Civil War number 1 can be picked up for an extremely budget-friendly price right now, with most sales going for between $5 and $10 for the A cover. Rounding out the bottom half of the list in the number 6 spot is Captain America 115. Published in July 1969, Captain America 115 has everything you could want. You've got the Red Skull, Sharon Carter, Hank Pym, and just for fun, let's throw in the Cosmic Cube. The main draw of this issue is the Marie Severin cover. I mean, does it really get any better than the Red Skull trapping Cap inside of a cosmic cube? Also lending a hand on the cover's colors and inks was future Doctor Strange standout artist Frank Bruner. The story, titled Now Begins the Nightmare, was written by Stan the Man Lee with interior pencils from John Buscema. Despite the iconic cover, this issue remains quite affordable, as you should be able to pick up a VF or better copy of the Silver Age book for just $100. An important supporting character in Cap's world that is sometimes a villain, sometimes a partner, sometimes we don't really know, is Brock Rumlow's alter ego of Crossbones. His first appearance in Captain America 360 is our number 5 book. This one is a bit convoluted. Some sources call Cap 360 as a cameo appearance. CGC calls 360 Crossbones' first appearance, and it's also the book that the market seems to have picked as its value outpaces the surrounding issues with earlier cameos or later full story and cover appearances. Debuting in part 4 of the Bloodstone Hunt story arc, the creative team behind Crossbones is really simple. It was Kieran Dwyer. Story, cover art, interior art, they were all Dwyer. The MCU's Crossbones had a rough day in the beginning of Civil War, but with time travel and the multiverse being a thing now, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't show up in a future MCU project just like he did in Endgame. Published in late October 1989, this issue is a must-have for modern Cap fans. High-grade raw copies can be picked up for $20 or less right now, and there are even a couple of recent sales of CGC 9.6 copies that went for under $100 if you're more of a slab-focused collector. Coming in at number 4 is Captain America 275. Published in November 1982, this one has a couple of things going on for it. First up is that great Mike Zeck cover that depicts Captain America pushing forward through a barrage of gunfire. Secondly, we have the first appearance of Baron Helmut Zemo in his classic costume. Unfortunately, it's not the character's first overall appearance, as he had previously appeared in Captain America 168 as a weird character named the Phoenix, but luckily for us, within 3 years of that character debuting, we would get the good version of Phoenix over in X-Men 101, and Zemo would be freed up to be Zemo. Written by J.M. DeMatteis with Mike Zeck interior art, this book went on a bit of a ride in recent years following Zemo's introduction in Civil War and his appearances in Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney+. As of the recording of this video, you can pick up a nice high-grade raw copy of this book for between $30 and $40. That's not too bad. The number 3 book is my personal favorite issue of Captain America ever. Captain America Volume 5, Issue 14. Published in April 2006, this issue's story was the final 6th installment of Ed Brubaker's fantastic The Winter Soldier story arc. Not only do Cap and the Winter Soldier spend a good chunk of the issue fighting it out, but additional items of note include the first meeting of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as well as the reveal of more of the Winter Soldier's origin. After picking up a cosmic cube, Cap says to Bucky, "Remember who you are," unlocking the Winter Soldier's mind. Brubaker and Steve Epting's Winter Soldier arc is one of the best Marvel stories of the new millennium, and this issue is nothing but payoff for what has come before and also a build-up for what is yet to come inside of that run. The cover is a mashup of Epting art with Cap and the Winter Soldier over the top of Alex Schomburg's classic Captain America Comics number 27 cover from all the way back in June 1943. Recent sales for raw high-grade copies indicate that this book will currently set you back between $10 and $30, a price that this book is well worth. When you think of Captain America, it's only natural to instantly think about co-creator Jack Kirby. Kirby was there when Cap first hit the stands in Captain America #1. Kirby was there when Cap was thought out and introduced into the Silver Age of comics in Avengers 4. And Kirby was there when our #2 book, Captain America 109, was released. Published in January 1969, Captain America 109 is one of the most memorable, if not the most memorable, of all the Silver Age covers from the Captain America title. A Stan Lee and Jack Kirby collaboration, the issue's story is a retelling of Cap's origin as he recounts the tale to Nick Fury. Here's a fun fact about this cover for you. It's not just any newspaper that Cap is busting through on the cover. It's the front page of the December 8th, 1941 New York Times. Literally, the paper from the day after Pearl Harbor was attacked. This issue is a cover buy for me. It's great Kirby art with powerful imagery, and it displays great. If you go to pick up a copy, make sure that you've got an original, as this is one of the issues that JCPenney reprinted. We have a video about that if you're not familiar with those, so check that out. I'll tag it for you up in the cards. Current sales suggest that you should be able to buy a VF range copy of this book for around $100, maybe even less if you're patient and able to wait for the right deal. Topping the list of the top 10 collector's series comics for Captain America is the big one. It's the book that every Captain America fan wishes they could own, Captain America Comics #1. But this isn't just any copy of Captain America Comics #1. This is the Marvel Milestone edition of Captain America Comics #1. Because seriously, who has 6 figures to drop on a book anyway? If you're not familiar with the Marvel Milestone Edition books, they are modern reprints of major keys from the Golden, Silver, and Bronze ages of Marvel Comics. And when I say reprint, I mean an exact reprint. Outside of the change in scale for the older books and the gray frame on the cover and the black page frames on the interiors, the content of these books is 100% true to the original books, down to the advertisements that were included in the original printing. Published in March 1995, this one is mostly Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, just like the original Captain America Comics #1. The lone exception to that is the story for The Riddle of the Red Skull, which was written by Ed Herron. 54 years after Captain America Comics #1 was first published, the Marvel Milestone Edition was the first ever standard comic book reprint of Captain America's first issue. In my experience, this is actually one of the harder Marvel Milestone editions to track down, and when you can find it, it generally brings between $30 and $50 for a nice raw copy, but that's a drop in the pond compared to what an original copy of Captain America Comics #1 would set you back. Captain America continues to be a popular character in both the comics and MCU. Following Chris Evans' stepping back from the role of Captain America, the MCU is currently adapting recent comic book storylines where Sam Wilson, formerly the Falcon, assumes the role of Captain America. Following the Disney Plus Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, it's been confirmed that Captain America 4 will feature Sam Wilson as Captain America, and it's clear that Cap will continue to be front and center moving forward. Luckily for collectors like us, There is no shortage of affordable Captain America books of significance, and many run filler issues can still be had for bargain bin prices if you're interested in building out a complete run. Just watch out for those Golden Age Captain America comics issues. They will smash your piggy bank, take all of your money, and lead you to a life of poverty as you try to chase them all down. But they're pretty damn cool. Happy hunting out there, and don't forget to collect responsibly. I'll see you in the next video.